Welcome back to the Embodiment and Accountability Podcast. Today is episode 9, and I'm going to be talking about feeling joy with my beautiful friend, Lauren, and I'll just invite her. Did it work? No, it didn't. Is it? I clicked. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm like, I clicked accept, and it's still there.
It worked.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I am wonderful today.
Good.
How are you?
I'm just so happy that you're here with me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This is a lot of joy.
So much joy today.
And so I would like to ask you if you would like to maybe present yourself or talk a little bit about yourself if you'd like. Share a little. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So I'm Lauren. Thank you for the introduction there. I am an embodiment coach and a somatic therapist, and I work a lot.
I'm not sure if it's my internet or your internet, but it's cutting. Just hope you're gonna come back soon. Don't know what happened. Okay.
Okay. I don't know what happened there. It kicked me off, and then it was like, you can't request.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Like, you froze. So the last thing I heard was you're a somatic therapist.
yeah. Okay.
That's where we left off.
That is right where we left off. So I work with people in their bodies and really figuring out how to tap in emotionally in the body and not just in the mind, because it shows up in our mind, all of our blocks, our thoughts, our desires, and we can't do a lot just thinking our way out of problems, out of blocks. We have to really feel our way through it, and physically is where we do that in the body. So
Yay. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, that's like such important work because yeah, our mentor Sam always says it's like 20% in the mind and like 80% in the body. And so like, and also like this book, I haven't read that book, but like the body keeps the score. I just like that phrase really like resonates with me, and it's just like it's true.
yeah, it's very true. And that's a very big book, but
Yeah.
um, it's so true. And I think that book, honestly, was kind of the start of my journey in recognizing, oh, the, we can't just talk. We have to do things in our body. We have to move our bodies. We have to feel them. And that's really hard sometimes.
Yes. Yes, because I feel like even like for me personally, it's so easy to just like disconnect and like scroll or watch TV or busy myself doing something to not sit with myself and be like,
Yeah.
oh, hi, buddy, what's up?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really easier for me to sit with someone. Like when we were doing our practicums and when we did our somatic coaching course, it was so much easier for me to do it because one, I was guided, you know, like either with you or someone else, but also because like you can't just go scroll on your phone. You're talking with someone. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh. And so I feel like it's finding ways to, I don't know, do it for myself and to not like push it aside or be like, oh, I'll do that later. Oh, I'll do
Yeah.
that and then later and later, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and healing, I think, in that sense, really happens when we're together too. Like, we don't have to be alone to do it. And of course, we both know, probably lots of people know, it's hard to do on your own. And even when you're facilitating healing and connection for other people, there's a piece of that if we allow it, right? That's like I'm benefiting for this too. Like, and that's kind of the joy of it all is I'm working with myself as I'm working with you in a sense, and we're both getting this healing. And when we do it together or when we do it in groups, there's this amplification that happens that's so beautiful. And I think one of the things also that I've gathered along the way is it's not linear. It doesn't matter how much work we've done on ourselves, we're still gonna like tank sometimes and we're still gonna be in our parts. And that's okay. It's just how it happens.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But the more we show up for ourselves, the more we show up for other people with other people, it's just a beautiful thing.
It is. Yeah, I just got like full body chills when you and like doing it like together in community. I was just like, yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time I experienced a breathwork session in person in a group, because I've done a whole lot of them obviously online in groups, I was like, whoa, like I can really super feel everybody. It's like, whew, it's a lot, but it's like, so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when we went to like the advanced energetic retreats, that's where I got my first in-person breathwork session in group. And yeah, that was really amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful.
It is. And then like you hear others like either crying or whatnot, but it doesn't like deter from your experience. It just adds to it. And it just like gives you the permission to
Yeah.
express also like if you need to or if you feel like that would be like useful for you. And so yeah, that was like really the whole experience was amazing. But yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
And so today we wanted to talk about joy, like feeling joy. And so I would love to hear about what does it mean like for you feeling joy? Like we were talking a little like before this call. So maybe if you want to like touch a little on that as well. And then maybe if you'd like to share some ways that you get into that feeling or that sensation, and yeah, please.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just to start out by saying, I think that joy and pleasure are something that we've learned to cut off a lot, and we're taught really to deprioritize our own joy, and we can feel guilt around having that for ourselves. And really, in reclaiming joy, reclaiming the right of pleasure, because it is our birthright to feel joy and to experience pleasure, that it's like this radical of self love, and so much healing can come from that space. So, joy for me is a state of being, I guess. It's not always big. It's not always loud. It doesn't have to be that jumping up and down excitement. In fact, like I don't experience that kind of joy a lot. I think those are moments that come for sure, but it's not the everyday joy necessarily. So it can really be just a soft exhale. It can be a glimmer of sunshine, right? The sun is shining where I am this morning, and I woke up and I was like, ah. So it's just that moment, presence, and maybe a sense of peace, even that we get to feel. So it doesn't have to be a big, again, jumping up and down kind of experience. It gets to be softer. And we can learn that joy is a choice. I think honestly, the way we feel most of the time is actually a choice. We don't really recognize that because we have automatic feelings, we have automatic emotions and reactions to things. But with our awareness and with practice, we get to recognize what comes up automatically, and then we get to shift ourselves. And so choosing joy is something that we get to do in any moment. Even when there's hard things happening around us, we still get to make that choice potentially.
Yeah, I love that. And would you add maybe gratitude into that mix?
Absolutely. I
Like
think, yeah.
to arrive at this feeling or sensation.
Yeah, yeah. Gratitude is another wonderful place to start because when you actually do experience an embodied sense of gratitude, how can you help but feel joy? It's there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And would you like to maybe share a little bit, a little about your experience with feeling that joy? Like maybe like in your day to day, or what lights you up, or anything that you would.
I love talking about what lights me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. um, One of the things for me that I'll just share real quick is it wasn't safe for me to feel joy for a long time, and I really recognized that as an old wound that really kept me very like stoic, very stable. So in that sense, like any emotionality really wasn't safe. And so safety really does have to come first to know it is safe to feel joy. It's safe to feel all of the things, even the emotions that we don't want to feel. But joy is really hard. Joy is a really vulnerable state because in our mind, joy can be taken away because something bad can happen. And we have to be comfortable with that. We have to feel secure with that to reconnect with the body to feel that joy. So establishing that base, that foundation, like it's okay for me to feel this. I get to feel this. It's my right. I want to feel this. We can just admit that and not feel guilty about that. I want to feel joy in my life. And I deserve to feel joy in my life. So do you.
Yes, of course. Yes. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. That's like, so good.
I feel
And
like there was another part to that question that maybe just like went right
oh,
over my head. But
no, it's all good. Um, yeah, I wasn't sure like to ask one question or like both and then leave you like to share. Um, but it was what are the ways, but I think you touched on it. What are the ways that you um get in touch with your joy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So personally, my practice for myself that I've been developing, and I'm not perfect with this,
That's
but
one.
that's not the goal. It's not the point to be perfect with it. But for me, movement is really important. And so I like to start my mornings pretty intentionally just with myself and reconnecting to myself in the morning. So before I do anything, when I wake up in the morning, I do have a little gratitude practice. And it's beyond the like, what do I think I'm grateful for? Because anyone can think of things they're grateful for. But really allowing my body, just like keeping my eyes closed in the morning, being with my breath and really feeling the gratitude for what's there. So, feeling gratitude for my children taking up all of the space in my bed, my dog's also taking up all of the space in my bed, and really connecting with how good it feels that I get to have that. And that does get to be part of my experience, even when I'm also like, okay, let me move here. Yeah. And when I have breathed for a few minutes and just let myself be and wake up a little slower, is to let my body move for a little bit. And so I like to have a little practice of just putting my hand on my heart and a hand on my belly and letting my body just start to move itself and unwind. And sometimes that just looks like gentle circles or swaying. Sometimes it's stretching. Sometimes it's, I don't, can't think of what else it is, but like just letting my body move in the morning and feel good. So I don't care what it looks like. I'm not trying to impress anybody, just letting myself move. And that is how that kind of connects to this sense of pleasure. So when you let your body move uninhibitedly and without worrying about judgment, usually from yourself, right? I look dumb. This isn't pretty. It becomes this sensory experience. So pleasure, as I keep saying that word, say that's not just sexual pleasure, right? It's a sensory experience. We get to find pleasure in moving or music or laughter or feeling the sun come down on you. Food can be a really pleasurable thing. So connecting with that experience physically and just doing something because it feels good. So that is more of how I like to practice that. And not just in the morning, but as much throughout the day as possible, because like you're saying about like living in your head, right? We're going to go back to that. That's our default. That's what we've learned to do. We're conditioned to think. And that's not a bad thing, but we need that practice of getting back into our bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that so much. Thank you for sharing that. That thing. And yeah, I do also want to add more intentionality into my day, right? And to just like be more mindful of what I do and bring that pleasure to have that, feeling inside of me and be like, ooh, that piece of chocolate is
Mm,
divine. Melts. Like
yes.
there's this chocolate I buy at my health food store where I used to work, and it's date uh, carob. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's not like chocolate, like cacao. There's cacao butter in it. Anyway, it just like
Mm.
melts. It melts in the mouth, and it's just like, oh, this like sensory feeling, like experience in my mouth. I'm like, I would eat the whole thing, but I'm like, no, I just want to eat like one piece. really be present
Yeah.
with it and just it melt in my mouth and be like, oh, this is so
Yeah.
good.
Well, that's one of the benefits to like actually experiencing that very pleasurably and mindfully is that you don't have to eat the whole thing, right? Like we don't get that same like feel good release when we're just like, like mindlessly doing it. So I love that. And I like, as you're just even describing that, I was like, oh, I feel it.
Yeah, it was so creamy, so smooth, and like enveloping like all of my their taste buds. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was looking for my words, but
You're good.
but yeah, I do notice that when I'm not mindful about like what I'm doing, I do get to eat the not that chocolate, but like other chocolate that I have. Yeah, I do like eat them like chomp and then like eat another one, and then I'm like, oh, don't really feel like that good afterward.
Mm.
I'm like, I do that like while watching things on my phone, right? And
Yeah.
fully being present, then I would have eaten like one or two pieces, maybe more, but not the whole bar, right? And so, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah. But we're allowed to have those pleasurable experiences. And if you wanted to eat the whole bar of chocolate, get
But
it.
mindfully, like with all of your senses and just, yeah. Oh, we had a call. Was it last week or maybe the week before? I have like a group of women that did the somatic coaching course as well, but like before we started, and so like one of the women was just like, bring a piece of chocolate that melts with like no chunks in it, and she had us experience that. I didn't do my date carob piece, but I did it with another one. And anyway, and so she was just like, smell it, look at it, like touch it,
Yeah.
and then like put it in your mouth, but like don't try to like eat it, don't chew on it. And it's just like, let it melt in your mouth. And we just did that for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes max, but it was just so cool because it's like, yeah, it's really like bringing all of that presence in what we're doing, and that intention of like bringing all the senses alive and on board, and just like using your body for what it's made to be used, and all of the beautiful senses that we have. And that was
Yeah.
just a really cool experience. So yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing when we can make one little piece of chocolate last for so long and just fully experience it.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, also, yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Just like, ah, that must not have been important anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing that beautiful knowledge, because I feel, yeah, it is so important and beautiful and magical to be able to feel all of life through that lens of pleasure, joy, great gratitude, and it's just so much better and so much more fun and
Yeah.
enjoyable than to just go through life mindlessly and just,
Yeah.
oh, I need to eat because it's fuel for my body, and then like get on with my day. Oh, I
Yeah.
need to.
It's just another thing to
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. That is that's a tough one to break through, but we just get to be joyful. We get to feel everything. And really, when we allow ourselves to just do what feels good or lean into what feels good, we do build our resilience, our creativity, our capacity generally. And life is more enjoyable when you're having fun, right? So we don't have to earn it, we just get to feel it. We don't have to check everything off our to-do list before we get to experience that pleasure, feel joy. And really, like, this is why embodiment practices are so powerful, is we don't have to think our way into it. We can't really think our way into it, because I can think again about what joy is or what brings me joy. But if I'm just in my mind with it, I'm not really experiencing it.
No, you won't
You
feel
won't
it. Right.
actually feel it.
Mhm.
So we don't have to wait for everything to be good or done. There's no perfect conditions. So just learning to source that joy from within now,
Yeah.
not waiting. I'm the queen of perfectionism and procrastination, and so it's the work every day of what feels good for me right
Mhm.
now. Sometimes it is rest, sometimes it is food, sometimes it is some deep breaths or any other kind of breath practice. But I would encourage everybody to ask yourself, really, what's one thing my body would find pleasurable today?
Yeah.
And
Mm.
really let yourself do it. Or checking in, what's keeping me from fully allowing joy or pleasure in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because sometimes we have to feel through other things to get to joy,
Mhm.
to get to pleasure. But even just 60 seconds of intentional pleasure. So, again, a deep breath, a stretch, a piece of chocolate, some movement,
The sun.
something that smells good, the sun, petting an animal,
Yeah.
giving a hug.
Yeah, exactly. Just like being so happy that your kids is squishing you in your bed right now.
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah, you can be happy about that.
yeah, exactly. I love that. Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
it did add something. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just agreeing with you.
I'm still learning, to be like asking questions and hosting, whatever.
You're doing it beautifully.
You're amazing yourself. And so I wanted to ask you if you would like to share about your offering that is coming in June.
Yeah. So I am starting a 6 week group breathwork series. And really, for the month of June, it'll be June and July. We're going to start on Friday the 13th because that's such a beautiful, joyous day, actually. It's a very like feminine empowerment kind of day. So it's a really fun day to start things. But we are going to be doing a Reclaiming Your Radiance 6 week group. So it will be 6 different breathwork sessions once a week. And we will be really breathing into the body, safety, presence, connection, and working on clearing out all of those blocks, or at least moving through some of them. Sometimes we don't always clear them out entirely, but that's okay. But really, the goal is come back home to your body, feel into what lights you up, where's that vitality for you, and having fun with breath and some different somatic practices.
Oh my God, that sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
it's
That,
gonna be fun.
oh, it is.
Yeah.
When you'll have the links, I'll share it on my Instagram as well so people can sign up. That's so fun.
Beautiful. And also, I'll say anyone can DM me and I can send the link as well. It will be
In person, right?
This one's going to be online, so anyone can join this one. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can just imagine that's going to be so powerful. So thank you for doing this work. And where can people find you or send you a DM or start to follow you? Because you're amazing.
Oh, you are too kind. So on Instagram here, you can find me under Rooted Wild Somatics, and we can connect that way. Um, if you want on my email list, let me know, or in my um, bio, there are ways to join that as well and get notified of anything else that's going on. But I'd love to be connected.
Yeah, definitely. So cool. Yay. Thank you so, so, so much. This has been such a fun and joyful conversation.
Oh, every conversation with you is joyful.
Oh, I just love you so much. And I'm just so grateful that we actually got to meet in person in March. And yeah, that I have the privilege to talk to you every week. So yeah, thank
Uh,
you. Thank you.
well, it's my joy. It's my pleasure to connect with you. So thanks for letting me chat with you on here today. It was fun.
Yeah, it was. Thank you so much. I love you. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.